Alright guys, welcome back to Opie Tinker's Garage here. As you can see, I got a video going of the oil pump on a Mopar big block right now here. And basically I'm going to go over with you guys how to remove the oil pump, because you can actually change this while it's in the car. So I'm going to point out right here that you can see there's 4 bolts that hold this oil pump in here. I got my phone just pointing through the K-frame here so I can kind of show you guys where everything is at. So the first bolt, I can get my work light to stay in here, sorry about that. The first bolt that you're going to get is this one right here. I would recommend, if I can get my finger in. That's the bolt. All 4 are 9/16 bolts. You don't want to do the smaller bolts. Those are actually what holds the oil pump together. So the first one is your 9/16. This one's a little bit hard to get to. You're going to need from above, ideally. What I did was I fished my ratchet in here. I did use a 1/2 inch drive and a 9/16 socket, and that was big enough to handle it. But you're gonna go from preferably, I'm gonna try to get it into place here so I can show you the angle that works best. Preferably this angle up in here, where you're coming from right here, and then you get your ratchet on the bolt. I know it's kind of hard to see, but you get the point. Once you get that bolt out, the next one you're going to want to start to loosen is the sneaky one on the bottom side right there. That's the one. That's going to be the longest one that runs into the block. That's going to be the next one you pull out. These 2 top ones are rather easy. I actually broke those loose from underneath the car. I used a wobble extension and a deep well 9/16. So if I can sneak this guy in here, you're going to see you can just get the wobble extension, and then it will click on just like that. And then you can use your breaker bar underneath to break the rest of these bolts loose. You may want to use the ratchet to get the longest one that's right here. I was able to get my wobble on it, but it wasn't on there all the way. I wouldn't trust using an impact, especially if it doesn't seat all the way. Just take your time with a 3/8 drive ratchet. Once you get these all loose, I'll show how we're going to wiggle it off here. Okay, now that all 4 bolts are out, you're going to want to take an implement, and you can see where I got this video aimed. This is just behind the alternator bracket. You can basically rest whatever you're going to use. I grab a dead blow hammer, and you're going to rest it right here up against this. So either a long extension or a bar, if you have it, just a piece of pipe, and you're going to want to rest this here, and then take your dead blow hammer and give it 1 or 2 nice little light whacks to help loosen it and break it from the seal. Once that's done, we should be able to move it down and then pull it off. So I'm going to do that here. Give me just a moment. Alright, and as you can see, with a few precise hits here, that this is now loose and ready to come out. So really all you have to do at this point, once it's loosened, sorry, let me adjust this here. is go ahead and wiggle it off. You can see there's that O-ring that seals it to the hole, and she's out. She's disconnected from the intermediate shaft in there, and you can see the leftover gasket that we're going to have to clean off. But let me go ahead and slide this on out of here. I did disconnect my trans lines, but that was for another thing I'm working on underneath the car here. I was pulling off the oil pan to do some other work and check the bearings. You can see I can just kind of pull this right out through the K-frame. Now, this process should be similar for all 66 through 70 cars. There was K-frame changes in 71, so I'm not sure if you guys have less room up front or not, but just to let you guys know, I did not jack up the engine. You can see the engine mounts are still installed. This was all done with this inside the car. It's just those 4 bolts that come out, and then you can remove the pump to change it, install a high performance pump, whatever it may be. Just make sure you clean that area, and then you may have to clock the oil pump to get it to fit back on the intermediate shaft before she'll go back in. But that's how you remove it, and when I go to put back in the new one, I'll try to make a video on that as well. Alright, thanks for watching. As always, like and subscribe, and I appreciate all the comments, likes, and support. Thank you.